The best strategy in Bloons Tower Defense 6. Hello and welcome, my Kung Fu Shrimp. How you doing this wonderful day? It's SJB and you're probably thinking, oh crap, Chris. You already lost the game, bro. Oh, silly geeses. Silly geeses! No, we haven't. We have a lot to talk about today, because we're going to be showing off the best strategy in Bloons Tower Defense 6, and a lot of people probably will argue with me about whether or not this is the best strategy in Bloons Tower Defense 6, but I want to show you guys my personal, what I would recommend to people as being the best strategy in Bloons Tower Defense 6 whenever I possibly can. Believe it or not, it has not actually started yet, because we're using two towers that actually are not part of necessarily the best strategy of the entire game. But what this is it's a setup. On a beginner map, even an intermediate map, you could probably make this happen pretty well without submarines and other towers and things like that. But we're playing in a real game. We're playing on an advanced map right now. We're playing on Chimps, and believe it or not, I have never beaten this map on Chimps before. Can you believe that? I play a lot of beginner maps because I do a lot of weird challenges, and I do a lot of intermediate maps because I do a lot of weird challenges on there. But I usually don't delve all the way deep enough to go all the way to the advanced maps here. So believe it or not, I have beaten Impossible, but I have not beaten Chimps yet. So I will get the full $900 plus monkey money for beating this map here, which is kind of exciting. It's kind of cool. But anyways, what we're going to do today is we're going to show you guys the strategy. And what it is the first thing you want to do is get a ninja as soon as you possibly can. And the next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to get your hero. And in this case, it's going to be Adora. All right, this is the crux of the strategy. And what we're going to be doing is we're going to be trying to plan this out at least reasonably well. We want to use both Adora and Ninja, and we want to put them in spots that are going to make a good amount of sense long-term. So you can notice that I actually did not reach this part of the map right here. That seems silly and stupid and everything, but I'm going to get more range as time goes on. I'm going to get an Alchemist as time goes on. That's going to give me more range. And I'm going to get a Village, which also is going to give me that last little bit of range over here, which is going to help us out that last little bit that we need to make sure we're actually going to get to shoot where we want to shoot. So after you get your two main towers here, it's actually quite simple. The next step is to buy a 402 Ninja as soon as you possibly can. So I'm going to go I'll go 201 to start. Just taking shortcuts is pretty important. I'm going to go up to the 4th tier as soon as we possibly can, but believe it or not, things are actually going to go super smooth until then. We will not have a single issue, guys. Trust me. So you might know that I've made videos like this in the past. In fact, I've probably made a video very similar to this probably about 5 times in my entire BTD6 career. My entire YouTube career, basically. And the reason why I've done this, and I've still kept this as my best/favorite strategy of the entire existence of the game for so long, is because I still think it is good. Ninja Kiwi has changed nothing too drastic here to make this not good. There's really no reasons why this is not considered a good strategy still. But the main reason why is because you have every type of popping power. Alright, it seems weird, but besides one, but I'll get there in a second. If you think about lead balloons, Adora's got lead popping power. If you think about camo balloons, Ninja's got camo detection. If you think about purple balloons, Adora can't pop purples, but the Ninja can. If you think about camo purples, which is another pretty common balloon that ends up just being stupidly difficult to take down, Ninja's also got that covered. There's only one type of balloon that you can't pop automatically, and that is camo leads. But the first camo lead that pops up is at round 59. We got a lot of time to work on this, and I don't think there's going to be any major issues to make that happen, so we'll show you guys the strategy in all this mighty glory, and this is how it starts, my friends. A 402 Ninja with an Adora, put them in a spot that makes reasonable sense here, even if this map is kind of hard to make anything work, because you really don't have that much space to hit things, and they don't have a second wraparound or anything like that. It's okay. It's not a big deal. These guys are still so strong, they're going to allow you to do almost anything you want. So, what's the next part of the strategy? The next thing you want to do is build an Alchemist. And I personally recommend an Alchemist closer to Adora, but also in range of the Ninja. So make sure that if you've got any other random towers kind of all over the place, try to put them both right next to each other, with the Alch powering up Adora first, then the Ninja, and then whatever other tower you got after that, if they still have extra time or energy to actually do any of that nonsense. So, buy a 4-2 Alchemist now. The money should come up pretty quick. The main thing is you do have to do this for sure before round 40, or else you will probably lose the game. That's really the only difficult part about this strategy, is popping the first Moab. It can be a little tricky if you waste too much money on stupid stuff or try to go for a village too early or something like that. Like, you can definitely cause some chaos there. But here it is. We got a Perishing Potions, Stronger Stim, Elk over here. This is going to give us a ton of extra popping power on these two towers in particular. But just to be safe against the Moab, I'm also going to buy an Airburst Darts here. I don't want to run into any issues. I don't think that these guys would fail, but they could. One other thing is, against the Moab, again, because it's mildly difficult, make sure you use Adora's ability. You know, it doesn't seem that ridiculously close or anything like that, but it just makes me feel better about myself. And the last part of the core of this strategy... Oh, I'm sorry, I gave you guys a little too much, like, phlegm throat action there. The core of this strategy is a village. All right? So this is basically the last real step. Okay, after this is where it gets a little bit different. It depends on the map, it depends on the situation, it depends on some stuff, but I'll give you guys a pretty good idea of what I think is going to be one of the best things for you. And what we're going to do for now is just get a 2-2 village. That's it. That's it. Now, I don't like being too overconfident in a lot of my videos. Sometimes I say I screw up and things like that, but this is one of those things I'm pretty confident in. A Ninja Dora combo is just really, really, really good. It does have one slight weakness, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But for right now, just look at the money and watch it fly up. And then I want to show you guys around 49, which is usually a pretty beefy level and usually a pretty decently big problem. But I'll show you why it's not going to be a problem for us today. So we go around 48, camo purples and everything. Got it covered. Don't worry about types of balloon popping power. We got it all. We got it all. Without a mib, of course, without a mib. Here's round 49 coming up in just a second here, and check this out. This is big chunks of ceramics. Here's rainbows to start, but big chunk of ceramics coming out in just a second. Here we go. This is a big round. Normally, takes a lot of effort, a lot of time to pop these guys. You're going to need a cannon or something like that, but guess what? Ninja Adora combo. Regen Bloons coming out on 49. Oh, it's almost hilarious to look at. It's too easy. Too easy. Oh, Moab's coming back again for a second wraparound here. Doesn't matter, Adora got more powerful since we used her the first time. So life is good. Money flows. And this is where it could get a little tricky for some people because they're going to say, well, what do I do now, Chris? I did the strategy. I did the strategy. Well, this is where it can get a little funky. There's a few towers that I'm going to recommend to you guys, but you might have to kind of like bide your time to make sure they happen or do something weird to make sure that it actually goes smoothly. But one of them is going to be a carrier flagship, and the other one, if at all possible, is to go for a Sky Shredder. All right, those work really, really well in combination with each other. Almost all maps have some sort of water that you could put your boat in, and this is two infinite range towers, basically. So it works in almost every situation. And what we're going to do is we're going to throw it in range of our village this time around. We're going to go for a quick aircraft carrier. And then for me personally, I'm going to go for a grape shot and a hot shot. If you don't have this in range of your village, though, definitely go bottom path on that. Not a huge problem. It just means you're losing out on a little bit of popping power here with your lack of hot shot action, realistically. But if you need camp protection, you need camp protection, because this is going to be a late-game tower as well. It's going to be a tower that helps us pop the DDTs later on. So it's, you know, mildly important. And then here's one that you don't necessarily need in every single map, but in a lot of maps, if you can't afford your carrier flagship before round 3, which is probably most people, you're going to want to go for a cannon or something else that can pop grouped balloons. So you can go for maybe an ice tower, a ring of fire, even just a top path boomerang or something like that. All of those are reasonable things to build. Today what we're going to do is we're going to go for a cannon. And what I want to do is I'm going to go for a top path heavy bombs and a bottom path recursive cluster. Leave them on first. And now, hopefully, the group balloons will be no longer an issue. So 6-3 won't be a big problem. And we're going to help ourselves clean up a lot of the random other balloons that are coming in here as well. If this guy gets elked, even better. If he doesn't get elked, it's not a huge deal. Whatever. We'll just deal with it. Let everything else get elked over here. Yeah, at the very least, Ninja Adora is the main thing you want to get elked over here. And look at them. Woo! Double elk plays for the win! All right, Camelot's coming out of 59, no problemo. Round 60, we got a big chunk of BFB action over here, no problem. I'm still going to watch myself on round 63. I don't think I'm going to need the help, but if I do need the help, I'm going to use Adora's ability here. And then if I need extra help beyond that, I'll probably upgrade a little bit of sub action. I don't know, triple guns or something. I don't know exactly what I want to get just yet, but I'll buy something else as well. But I'd rather just save up for the carrier flagship. So let's see how this is going to go down, man. 63, just no matter how good I am, it just scares the crap out of me every single time. Even if I'm super confident, man, still take you down. All right, Cannon, let's see you do your job, bro. Oh, yeah, you're doing your job. And he's getting a little bit of elk action in as well. So just to be safe, we're going to make sure we use our ability at the end of round 63 here, just to kind of confirm everything will go down. I'm going to believe in my cannon now. And the next step is carrier flagship. So once you get a carrier flagship, you get an infinite range tower that has cam detection, lead popping power, and anything else you could possibly ever really need. It's kind of cool, actually, if you really get down and think about it. He's a good tower, and he's a cool tower. So I will see you guys back here once I get the money for that. But for now, just know that I do have the ability to use 2 different Adora abilities here. Or if I want to be weird and do something fancy, I can sacrifice things as well. So if I did not like my original couple towers that I kind of put down here to kind of like get started in the game, sacrifice them. Get rid of them. If I hate the submarine, suck my ball, submarine. Get out of here. You're sacrificed to the gods. Now you're part of Adora's juicy experience. And that's about it. So it works out that carrier flagship's going to pop out on round 70 here. Nothing wrong with that. I do believe that if you do put a carrier flagship somewhere near this area, sometimes it can be very, very goofy with if they allow you to put things on top of it. But in this case, I don't know if I'm going to put anything on top of them, but at least having that possibility is kind of cool. You know, maybe I'll even get like a weird middle path elk or something like that just to blow up some Moabs in the front. I don't know. We'll think about it. But for now, I'm feeling very confident. Let's blow right through the 70s. As you get the money, feel free to upgrade and or buy your monkey A's. I'm going to try to put him closer to the middle of the map, but definitely want to make sure he's in the range of my village here. And you're going to notice he does automatically have a carrier flagship buff. That's pretty cool. That means basically our monkey ace is just going to automatically be stronger. Now what I want to do is I'm going to go for my top path here. I don't need the camo detection, so we can go for the sharper darts, but I don't need the centered path either. So we're just going to leave him as is for now, and we're going to basically save up for a Sky Shredder as soon as we possibly can. All right, here's this. Oh my god, we have not had to use very many abilities the entire game. And at this point, I don't think we actually need it. But I would say just be safe rather than sorry in most situations. Like just go for some abilities here and there. Press buttons, man. It's not that big of a deal. But you can tell things are still going pretty well. I mean, we're popping the mobs pretty quickly, and then the cannon, believe it or not, is doing a lot of our popping power. But if you look at kind of everybody working together as a squad, Alchemist powering people up. Adora, 61k pops. Ninja, 53k pops. Cannon, 44k pops. This guy, he's doing most of the work for now. He's our only 5th tier. But also Footlong, baby. 7,800 pops. Not bad. Our only guy here who's not doing much is our sub in the corner here. I don't know. I might sacrifice him later, but for now, I just don't care that much. So we'll let him live. We'll let him exist for now. But things are going well. I can't complain too much, and we've got $32,000 saved up already. Only another 12k or so to get our Sky Shredder, and that's a huge bonus amount of pop power for us overall. Again, it's not impossible to get through a Sky Shredder, but it's pretty tricky. He's got pretty much everything you need to make things happen, man. All right, 83 taken down as well. Quick Moabs, no big deal either. Bunch of BFBs, no problem. Oh my gods, though, that's probably the trickiest part of our strategy so far. Oh my gods, a little tricky. But oh, whoa, not tricky enough to get through a Sky Shredder, which I need $800 for. And here he is. Sky Shredder is up. Oh, that is quite beautiful, I got to admit. Quite beautiful. So now what do? Well, we've got a lot of options available to us. Let's decide what we want to get next. All right, I've decided at this point we're going to go for mostly support towers. So to start you guys off, we're going to go for a quick unstable concoction with larger potions. We're going to put him on strong. To be honest, I don't know, strong, last, close, or whatever is probably the best thing for him, but that's what we're going to go for. Then, in addition to that, I'm going to go for an engineer here. We're going to get ready for an overclock. So we're going to go for this guy. It's pretty expensive, 15 grand, but it's going to basically almost double our popping power of some of our most expensive and best towers in the game. So, like, why the heck not? And then after that, I haven't decided exactly what I want to go for yet, but I'm thinking still probably more support towers. Possibly just like a Sabo or something like that, just to make sure that I don't lose to Bloons randomly sneaking through. Even, you know what? Yeah, you know what? I think we're going to get the overclock first. Let's get overclock. I don't think 95 is going to be that bad. So, we got everybody's popping DDTs and everything, so this should go all right. But usually when you overclock, you can kind of go for whatever you're feeling. I mean, it would not be a bad idea to overclock Adora at this point in the game. She is not a bad tower at all, by the way. But it's also not bad to overclock your Sky Shredder or your carrier flagship. But we're going to see how long this overclock's actually going to last. Because on Adora, it's going to last the entire time. If this is only going to last half the time or something like that, then that might not be worth it, you know? So it's going to last about 3/4 of the way. Which makes me realize that I probably should have not done that right at the very beginning of the round when nothing is happening. but luckily for us, 95's not being that problematic here. We're going to finish it off with the Sky Shredder just to clean these puppies up. Got $11,000 again, man. What are we going to do with this all? Maybe a Moab glue. Or I think might be better off with just something to pop the Moabs. So specifically the bad balloons. Let's go Spike Storm with bigger stacks, and then I want to get my Sabo just to confirm on round 98 that I don't have too many problems with these balloons. All right, things are still going pretty good. I'm going to try doing an overclock on Adora first. Did I overclock Adora? I think I did, yes. Okay. And that should last a little long. Oh, snap. Woo! Look at them Bloons, man. Round 96 getting pretty far. Maybe I shouldn't overclock Adora. Maybe I do need to overclock our Sky Shredder, man. All right. I'm going to go for another one of these guys. I do not want to lose to round 98 here based on just not having enough balloon popping power. All right, let's give our overclock a quick second for things to actually get on the screen before I overclock this puppy. And we're going to do an Adora ability here kind of early on in the game just to kind of get things started. We'll go for a quick Spike Storm here. We got another one. Oh, no, we don't have another one. Not yet. And we're getting ready to overclock this Sky Shredder here. This should last for the rest of the round here. We've got Adora's other ability ready to go if we need it. And it's just time. We're going to sacrifice this submarine. All right. I never ended up buying Sabo, did I? Yeah, I didn't. Well, this is exactly the time that I should have used it. All right, another ball of light here to help clean us up. And round 98 is going to go down. No help from us at all. But I guess we could use the Sabo on 99 if we need to. Do I need to? Yeah, we'll just use it just to be safe. With a Spike Storm here. And round 100 is here, ready to go! Sadly, I don't have any Spike Storms ready, but we're just going to overclock our Sky Shredder again. Only sad thing is, obviously, we have a lot of our popping power right in the very front of the map here, so we have to hope this bad's going to pop pretty quick. I'm not going to have another Sabo ready to go. I never got bigger stacks, man. Oh my god, I'm screwing this up big time here, boys! Alright, luckily, we'll have a ball of light ready to go. So right on top of everything, I got all my abilities pretty much ready to go here all at once. This is actually pretty beautiful. And there it is, everybody all at once working together, and we get it! We take it down, even with a lot of chaos right at the end there, with a lot of screw-ups. But it shows you why this is such a good strategy, even while screwing things up, man. Pretty big time. We get a full-on 900 monkey money, and to top it all off, oh, we got to go all the way over to it. Whew. Off the coast, we get our black Chimps medal, baby. Woo! Yeah, girl! Anyways, if you guys enjoyed, press that like button, make sure you subscribe, and of course, have a super duper delicious day.